This is News 8 Now at noon.
Off the tracks, a train derails in Wayne County, creating a huge mess. Good afternoon, I'm Matt Molloy. Right now, work crews have a lot on their hands after the CSX train left the tracks early this morning. This happening in the town of Palmyra, about 30 miles outside of Rochester. News 8's Allie Toohey is live at the scene this afternoon. A lot of work going on behind you at this hour, Allie. Amazing pictures there. Thank you, Allie. Today's derailment is also impacting Amtrak passengers. Service is suspended between Albany and Niagara Falls. Alternate transportation is being provided. Also, the Maple Leaf line between New York City and Toronto is affected as well. Passengers are being bused. Now, the train in Palmyra is the latest CSX train to derail in upstate New York. The most fresh in our minds, that derailment in East Rochester in January of last year. 13 cars left the tracks. No one was injured. Since December of 2006, there's also been derailments in Cheektowaga, Oneida, Selkirk, and most recently in Canastota, that one in January. New York Senator Chuck Schumer has met with CSX officials in the last few months, asking that they upgrade their infrastructure. Another big story today, the controversy over the next MCC president takes another turn. These are the 4 finalists the Board of Trustees selected for the job. However, 2 of those names, Bill Smith and Dennis Kessler, were not picked by the search committees. News 8's Jacolia Ellis reports from MCC on why one board member called for a special meeting at this hour. Rochester police have made arrests in 2 separate homicides. 19-year-old Orlando Gonzalez is facing second-degree murder charges in the death of Antoine McFadden. McFadden died after being shot on Roycroft Drive on Monday. Police believe Gonzalez chased McFadden and another man, opening fire on both of them. McFadden was killed and the person with him was wounded. Another arrest, this one in a homicide case that happened nearly a year ago. 24-year-old Lance Reed is accused of shooting a man in a robbery. It happened April 7th of last year. Police found 36-year-old Sean Thomas of Rochester shot to death on Pennsylvania Avenue. Time now for a first check of the forecast. Let's go to meteorologist Brian Nudis, who is live in the Weather Center. And Brian, spring slowly creeping in.
To you, Matt.
All right, Brian, thank you. It could soon cost you more to shop online. State lawmakers are considering a plan that would require a sales tax for online purchases. The governor pitched the idea as an effort to even out the playing field. Amazon.com is one of the few big online retailers that doesn't charge state sales taxes. Some lawmakers say a required sales tax could actually hurt the state's small businesses that rely on sites like Amazon to sell their products nationally.
Those small businesses might be rooted to Amazon. Amazon would be required to pay a sales tax, and if Amazon pays the sales tax, then they might decide that they don't want to have those companies rooted to them anymore.
Lawmakers are looking at a tight budget, and this tax could bring in $50 million in revenue. With a new owner and a new season about to kick off, the Rochester Rhinos are hoping to pull in some new fans. Since new management took over, more than 2,200 fans have bought season tickets. Add on to the 800 season ticket holders already on the list, and that is just about as many season tickets that the team sold last year. The new owners are looking to start off the season with a big goal. They want to sell 5,000 season tickets, which would be a record for the Rhinos. The Rhinos are hosting a season ticket drive tonight at Paytech Park. It is at 7 o'clock. You have a chance to meet the new coach as well as the players. Anyone who signs up for season tickets will get playoff tickets thrown into the deal. And if you'd like more information, you can head to our website, rochesterhomepage.net. The New York State Liquor Authority has granted Wegmans a license to open a store in Pittsford Plaza. Wegmans store, Century Discount Liquors, is currently located on West Ridge Road. It will now move to Pittsford, though, not far from the Wegmans grocery store on Monroe Avenue. Meanwhile, the same supermarket chain is facing a lawsuit in Pennsylvania. The company got permission from that state's Liquor Control Board to sell beer at its 6 supermarkets there. A group, though, that represents beer distributors has appealed that decision, claiming supermarkets in Pennsylvania are barred by law from selling beer. A rep from Wegmans says the supermarket isn't selling beer, the restaurant inside is. That appeal could take several months. Today, Geneva has a new set of rules on where sex offenders can live. Under new legislation passed by the City Council, they cannot live within 1,000 feet of a school or within 500 feet of a park, playground, or daycare center. Currently, there are 18 registered sex offenders living in Geneva. One person was seriously injured after a head-on crash in Brighton that left this car mangled. Take a look at the pictures. It happened on Brighton-Henrietta Town Line Road. Witnesses say the car crossed the double yellow line and hit a minivan head-on. That car went under the minivan, flipping it. The driver of the minivan and his passenger were trapped, but rescue crews were able to free them. They are in stable condition. Police believe speed may have been a factor in that accident. Fire investigators are still looking into what sparked a fire that forced a father and son out of their home. They believe that fire started on the second floor of this home on Bloss Street just before 7 o'clock last night. Crews found heavy smoke coming out of the windows when they arrived. Firefighters were able to quickly get that fire under control. No one was hurt, and the Red Cross is helping out the family. You want to stick around in about 7 minutes. We want you to meet Isabel, this 8-year-old pug. Could be your friend for life. She's adorable. I can see her right now. First, though, let's take a look out over downtown Rochester. A sunny day. Brian is back with a check of your 7-day forecast right after this. You are watching News 8 Now at noon.